Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you so much for all that you do for this family to keep growing. Hope you're well in all that you do and you're loving yourself and others like always, and you are living your life according to your own way, and you are being fulfilled in all that you do, because it is important as we journey towards our Creator. Okay, today in another episode of the Hebrew Israelites of West Africa. If you notice, this is what we always do every Fridays, right? And today we're going to talk about one minority tribe which I think a lot of persons are really not interested in, or you don't know, especially when you talk about the West Africa, the Hebrew Israelite of West Africa, precisely in Nigeria. What comes to mind is the Igbos and the Yorubas, but there are other little tribes out there that are also part of the tribe of Israel, right? Okay. And that's what takes me to the Idoma tribe, which I am part of. I am Idoma by tribe. Now, the language that was spoken on the cross is also perceived or understood to also be an Idoma language by we the Idomas, because what was spoken on the cross, we understood it. Where the confusion came in was when it was interpreted in the Bible that it is my God, why have you forsaken me? And mind you, I keep saying this, there are truth, there are lies interwoven, there are additions and omissions. You know, everything was just interwoven in the present day Bible that we have. Alright, so that's where the confusion came in. Now, this Eli Lama Sabachthani is Idoma language. It is a Bantu language. And mind you, our migration was around the Sahara. We left through the Sahara and then we settled around the northern parts of Nigeria, where we were called the Kwararafas. The Kwararafas consist of some Igala, Idoma, and then some northern tribes in the northern parts of Nigeria. Now, there were some things of ours that were not in correlation, like was not connecting with the other tribes that settled there. Now, those who came to Kwararafa were not from Kwararafa, but migrated from around the Sahara Desert and then settled there in Kwararafa. Alright, they settled there in the northern part and were called Kwararafa rather, which you can also do some histories about that. Now, when our ancestors, my ancestors discovered that there are a lot of things about us that some persons were not okay with, we now migrated from there towards the middle belt part of Nigeria, where we settled the present day Benue State, Nigeria. Okay. Now, you also know that the 12 tribes are scattered around West Africa. They are just so scattered, and it is said that we will be brought together. And I perceive that this thing is about happening. Like I keep saying, that something phenomena is about happening, and that's where a lot of things are beginning to change, and we are beginning to rediscover our inheritance. All right, now back to what I was saying. It was the language that was spoken by Yeshua on the cross. A lot of persons, those who were there and said he was calling on Elijah, do not even understood. Just imagine, it was first said he was calling on Elijah. How did they now end up saying that it's now my God, why have you forsaken me? They never understood that language because it wasn't their language. It wasn't their language. And when I began to sit down and do more survey, I discovered that we're a bit similar to the Bantus. We're a bit similar to the Igbos. So you see this issue of a tribe, most of the times we are one people that are scattered and separated here and there. Ada is a Hebrew word as well. And you can bear me witness, those of you who are Igbos, the first daughters are always called Ada. Our own first daughters are called Ada. So you see the similarities. There are other similarities that are just interwoven. Our practices and everything are mostly interwoven even with that of the Igbos. And then I'm talking about the Igbos because we are very, very close to the Igbos, because there are some things that we do that are a bit similar. But when you begin to pick one and two and add it together, you discover that it's a whole body that was just dismembered. Now, in the Bantu, Eli Lama Sabachthani means this is for the Sabbath keepers. Like, this is for the Sabbath keepers. And you remember that very passage which said, I am not sent but only to the 12 tribes of Israel. You get the point, right? Now, this is for the Sabbath keepers. That is the meaning of Eli Lama Sabachthani in Bantu. Alright, now when it comes to the Idoma part, my own tribe, we perceive that to be Eli Lamas. In short, there is even a song I think my grandmother always say this, and my mother always sing it as well. Because when we're coming up with small, we're just little children, we'll just be laughing. How will you say Jesus is Idoma? Jesus is not Idoma. Jesus is from where? So the Middle East is a white man, and the rest of it, that's all we perceive Yeshua to be. Alright, the song goes like this. Jesus Idoma now, Jesus Idoma now, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is the song, and literally it means that Yeshua is Idoma. Oh, come and see, Yeshua is Idoma, because he spoke the Idoma tribe. Yeshua is Idoma. He said, this Eli means for the children. No, keep Sabata. Elakai kusabat. This is for the Sabbath keepers. Elakai, I means children. So it can be I, the Sabbath children, or the children that keep the Sabbath. Elakai is for the children. And then you see it in Bantu. Like, is this not similar? Is this not similar? This is for the Sabbath keepers. Elakai sabachthani. Elakai nogekipu sabata. This is my language I'm speaking. Eli lama sabachthani. Eli for the children that keep the Sabbath. Eli lama sabachthani. For the children that keep the Sabbath. Eli for the children, or the children's own, that keep the Sabbath. And that is the 12th tribe of Israel. And this is something that we understood as the Idoma people. We've understood as the Idoma people. But where the confusion lies was the interpretation that is there in the Bible is not same as it is. And so when I discovered this, that the Bantus speak the same thing, and it's even there. Like if you go to my village, you go to my place, even my mother till today, she keeps singing the song. And oh, Jesus Idomane, oh, Eli lama sabachthani. This is my language. And mind you, this language are connected. The reason why sometimes this language sound to be different, but there are things that are similar, is because of this whole migration. We were so scattered that there are some traditions that we picked and added. There are some things we've added. And that is why you discover that we seem so aloof from each other. We seem so separated, but we are one. We are together. The Idoma people are the children, the descendants of the 6th son of Benjamin, called Ehi. Ehi in Idoma means gift. Ehi koicho, the gift of Yahweh, the gift of the Almighty. And this name till today is seen everywhere, almost in every home. Every Idoma home, you will hear Ehi. And Eloi, or Eli lama sabachthani this is for the children that keep the Sabbath, when you translate it literally. So what are we saying? Your Majesties, these things are there. I keep saying this, that the Bible is a history book, and that is why it was tampered with, because the more they tamper with it, the more they left us confused, the more they left us separated. But like the prophecy said, that we will all be brought together, and I see that coming. I see that happening sooner than later. We believe so much in Lord. There are customs and traditions of ours that, if not for today, there are a lot of, should I call it wickedness? Some people are now using it as a means to extort from people. Some people are using that. I keep saying that these are cultures, our laws and traditions are there to keep us straight. They are there to help us be focused, so that when our time is due, we will meet our Creator. But a lot of persons have taken advantage of these laws and they start making money out of people. Some of these people that are called elders, even in the village today, there are people that you see you have to run away from it, because some of them are so wicked that they'll deliberately, there are things that okay, you have to do, it will be so easy for you, they'll make it so difficult because they want you to spend more on them. These are things I know, it's not just in the normal land, I think it's everywhere. There are people that are evil, there are people that want to take advantage of things. It's something that we're struggling with in the society. So this is it. There are a lot of things that are practiced that it's not new to us. There are traditions that are not new to us. Like I said, the circumcision issue is not new to us. We practice that. We believe in ancestors. We believe in ancestors. We believe ancestors come back. Alright, we believe in reincarnation. Remember, the Israelite also believes in reincarnation. They believe that someone can go and return as another person. It's not something today that those who create what we call Christianity are coming to tell us that when you believe in those things, it's diabolical, it's wicked, it's what have you. These are the ways our ancestors lived. What do you think about this, Your Majesties? Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.